Good morning. Firstly, I apologise for not posting for a while. I've been getting ready for everything opening up. I came in the UK. So, and that's happening today. The gyms are opening. So we're going to celebrate that with 3 rounds of Wim Hof breathing. In the 3rd round, I will hold a plank with toe taps. If you want to do push-ups, that's fine. I'm still struggling with that shoulder ligament. And then we will do a beautiful warm-up using Kundalini Kriya for the gym. And then we're going to do some stretches. We'll obviously include a back bend. We'll do the wheel. And we'll include an inversion. So it's a full yoga workout, but it'll be really good for the gym. So if you like the video, please like it. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, that would be fabulous. Thank you for your support. I am going to have to go and put this dog somewhere and then we can get started. Okay, so come lying on your mat. Use the cushion under your head. Blanket if you feel the cold when you do this practice. And we'll go straight into round 1. Big belly breaths. Belly, chest, head. Let it go. We're going to do 30 breaths together, there or thereabouts. But find your own rhythm. So we're breathing into the stomach, up into the chest. Take an extra sip up into the head and then release. Breathing in at 100% of your capacity and releasing passively at about 70%. So we're hyper-oxygenating the body. Keep going. Imagine it's a circular motion, so there's no gap at the top or the bottom. Just really big breaths in and out. We've got 5 more here, but find your own rhythm, your own cadence. This is our last one. And release. Breath out, breath hold for 90 seconds. I'll cue you up at 10 seconds to go if you'd like to hold your breath for longer with any of these breath holds. And then you could pause the video. So really focus now on the sensations in the body. Any tingling in the fingers or the toes. It's all good, it's all natural. We've hyper-oxygenated the body. And this will mean we have no carbon dioxide for the gas exchange to take place. And it gradually will build as homeostasis returns. So any sensations you're having now are all good, they're all normal. Any rushing or sounds in the ears, tingling, pins and needles, it's all fine. It means it's working. 20 seconds to go. Well done, you're doing really well. Ten seconds if you want to pause the video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge recovery breath in. Pull up on the root lock, stomach lock, throat lock, and force this air up into your head as though you're decalcifying and cleansing the pineal gland, the pituitary gland. Really push that air up, force the muscles upwards, clench your bottom, clench your stomach muscles, and release. And round 2, 35, there or thereabouts. Big belly breaths, belly, chest, head, let it go. Filling the belly, filling the chest, filling the head, and then releasing. Imagine it's like a huge wave crashing onto the shore with 100% of its energy coming in, and then it ebbs away as it comes out. If you keep your eyes closed during this process, you can turn it into a very active meditation. Really focus on the inside of your body. Really go inside and be with yourself in this. So keep those belly breaths going. Really, really hyper-oxygenate that body. We're going to put ourselves into hormetic stress. 5 more. Last one, big breath in and release all of the air. And we're going to close down the eyes and we're going to hold this breath out for 2 minutes. If you need to take a breath before, that's absolutely fine. Take your recovery breath and hold it for 15 seconds. And if you'd like to hold it longer, I will cue you up to pause the video. Really take this time now to focus and observe your body. Notice what's happening inside. Notice how the air feels on your skin. Push away any thoughts about what you need to do. You've nowhere else to be. Just be here now, having this time for yourself. You're doing really well. "20 seconds to go. You're still with me. Keep going. We're doing really well. We're nearly there. 10 seconds to go if you want to pause and hold for longer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's take that big recovery breath in and hold it. Pull up on the perineum, the root lock. Pull up on the stomach. Pull up all the abs. Pull up into the throat and into the ears. Let's push this air up into the brain. Hold it. And release. Well done. Let's take our last round. Round 3. 30 big breaths. Belly, chest, head. Let it go. It's really important, I know I say it a lot, to find your own rhythm with this. Find your own balance. That's why I don't have sound on so you can't hear me breathing. Because I want you to find your own cadence. Your body will have its own rhythm of breathing in deep belly breaths like this. It's really important to find that and make this a moving meditation. Keep going, you're doing really well. Belly, chest, head, let it go. We have 5 more. Last one. And then if you're going to come into a plank with me or do push-ups, find that position now. We're just going to do it for 1 minute. I'm going to just do toe taps in a plank because I still have a slightly dodgy ligament in my right shoulder. So I can do yoga, but it's not letting me do push-ups just yet. So you can do push-ups or sit-ups. You can go into a child's pose. You can hold a stretch, or you can just lie still along the mat. Always make this process work for you. Remember, this is breath out. We are holding our breath at this stage. Okay, and then take a big breath in, sit back onto the heels, hold it, force it upwards, hold it, push it up into the head. We're sending cerebral fluid into the brain and release. And then just open those knees and come into a wide-legged child's pose. Forehead connecting with the mat. Stretch those arms long, opening out the shoulders and really getting that nice compression in the hips. It's also very good for the digestion, this extended child's pose. It seems so simple, but it's really covering a multitude of things. And if you can't get your bottom onto your heels, then put a cushion beneath your bottom. There's always a way to find poses with very, very slight modifications with yoga. It really is good for everybody. Okay. Come sitting on the mat and we'll take head circles. Breathe in at the front and out at the back. If you are finding this is painful, change direction, sharp pains, then don't, just do half head circles, don't take it back. Breathing out at the back and in out the front. Excellent, well done. Okay, now we'll circle those shoulders, raise them, up to the ears and then let them drop. Breathe in as you raise them up and breathe out as they fall. Really, really massaging out those shoulder blades. Well done. Okay, come lying on your back. And we're going to take leg raises. Now you can either do a double leg raise, or if you have any problems with your lower back, you can put your hands in a diamond shape beneath your bum and do double leg raise. And if it's still a bit sore, then you can do single leg raises. Again, it's all about making it work for you. So if you're going to follow me, we'll take the hands out and we'll do leg raises. Breathe in as the legs come up and breathe out as they come down. We're only lightly touching the floor as they come down, and it's quite a good pace. So breathe in and out. Breathe in, bring them up, breathe out, let them down. Find your own pace with your breath. Really getting into those quads and the stomach straight away and to the back. Try and glue the lower back to the mat so you're really working those abs. Amazing. Okay. And now we're just going to bring one knee into the chest and then change. So we're pistoning those knees. So breathe in and out. So the left one breathe in and the right one breathe out. Again, glue that spine to the mat so you're really working into the abs. These are a great Kundalini Kriya way to warm up the body for yoga. Really keep that back glued down. And hold those legs out about 60 degrees and relax. Well done. Now bring them into the bottom and push up into a bridge, and we're going to raise up and down about 20 times. So breathe in as you raise up and out as you're down. Again, it's quite a good pace, so the breath is quick. We're really warming up the internal organs here as well as the body. So raise, lower, raise, lower. If you can hold on to your ankles, that's ideal. And try and keep we're not splaying the knees out, try and keep them squeezed together. Even though the feet are just apart, imagine you are squeezing the hips, the thighs and the knees together. So keep going, raising up and hold it up and lower. Well done. Okay, roll up to sitting and then come to standing. And we're just going to warm up the upper body and the shoulders. So we're going to do our froggies. So feet, heels together. We're going to sit like a frog. This is the breathe in position, out position, and that's the breathe in position. So breathe out, breathe in. I'm going to do 26. Here we go. 20, Ready? Breathe in, out, in. Find your own pace with these, but if you take some of the weight in your hands, that's absolutely fine. And if you find you can't straighten your legs again, you can only come up with the knees bent a bit, that's absolutely fine. I've got quite good flexibility in my hamstrings. And if you're getting any pain in the knees, again, don't straighten the knees out and don't lock those legs out. So we're doing about 20 froggies. Keep going. Raising and lowering. And then come into a dangle, a ragdoll pose. So take hold of the elbows and just rock from side to side. If you can straighten your legs here or straighten one leg and then the other, that's fine. Find some movement. Make sure there's no weight in the head and it will just move. And then slowly roll up to standing. Take a big deep breath in and release. Well done. Okay, we're going to really warm up the sides, the obliques. So breathe in. As we breathe out, come to each side. So taking the hand down each side. Make sure you're not collapsing forwards or backwards here. So the work is all happening in those sides. So breathe in at the centre and breathe out at the side. You're doing really well. Keep going. Keep going. Really, really good for the psoas and the obliques. Take a big breath in, hold it, pull up on the root lock and release. Well done. Okay, let's warm up those shoulders. Right hand to the heart, left hand comes back, breathe in and breathe out to the right. So you breathe in to the left and out to the right. Really enjoy this loosening in the upper body and the shoulders. And across the chest. This is I love this Kundalini Kriya. It's such a beautiful way to warm up the whole of the torso, really. Take your head with you as well. So it's all nice, gentle, flowing movement. And then breathe in, hold it, pull up on the root lock, and release. Well done, well done. Okay, we'll come to the front of the mat now. And we'll get the left foot forward, point to the front of the mat, and the right foot back. And we're going to come into Warrior Two. So the left arm comes straight out ahead, the right arm comes back. We're opening out the hips, we're opening out the shoulders, and then sink down into that knee. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed through the legs. You're knitting in the ribs and pulling up through the body. The head gazes over those front fingers. Make sure the knee is tracking over the toes and doesn't go all the way over. The back foot is turned into about 30 degrees. And just breathe. Remember to keep breathing. We're going to do some longer holds with these. Okay, straighten that front leg and then tick-tock the arms over into a triangle pose, Trikonasana. If you need to use a block in any of these, you can do so, or you can hold on to your leg. Please don't hold on to your knees. If you can't reach the floor without losing integrity in that opening, then definitely use a block or put the hand on the thigh. Okay, bring that back leg in a little bit and we're going to do pyramid pose. So the head sinks towards the knee, the left knee. The back foot is just stepped in a step here, maybe turned in a little bit more. Our hips are now closed in this pose. And then turn up that back heel. And we're going to come to a crescent moon pose. Raise the arms above the head, take a slight back bend. Really sink into that front knee and get the stretch down the back quad. And then we're going to take a half splits pose, but a variation. So sit back onto that heel and then fold over the front leg, the left leg. Head working towards the ankle, so we're not collapsing too much over the shoulders. This is going to be an ideal workout for the gym because we're really going to stretch out those muscles, get worked. Come up into a high lunge with a twist. So the right arm stays on the floor and the left arm raises. Gaze up to that left arm. Taking a beautiful twist in the torso. And then come up to standing to your high lunge, gazing back over that back shoulder. Try and come up tall through the body. Tick-tock the arms to a high lunge facing the front of the mat. Sink down to that leg a little bit more. And then we open back out to your Warrior Two. Well done. Open up to 5 pointed star. Sink down. Squat. 5-pointed star, raise up tall. And then we're going to come down to a squat, parallel those feet, and we'll take a halfway wide-legged forward fold. So don't come all the way down. I'm just going to bring those arms to the front, breathe in, and to the back, breathe out. Take a twist, left arm to right leg, gaze up to the ceiling or the sky. Other side, right arm to the left leg, gaze up to the ceiling, getting a twist and a fold in the body. Stretch down those hamstrings. And now take your forward fold. Well done. And just hold it, breathe into it. If you can hold onto your legs, that's good. Or just take the hands back behind you, back to a halfway lift. Raise back up to 5-pointed star. And we're going to do it all again on the other foot. So this time the right foot is at the back of the mat, facing the back of the mat. The left foot is turned in at 30 and sink down into your warrior 2. Raise up tall through the body, knitting those ribs, come up tall, gaze over those front fingers. Open those hips, open those shoulders. If you could sink down a little bit more, that's ideal as you breathe into this pose. It's a strength building as well as stretch. And then straighten that leg and tick-tock into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Gazing up to the ceiling if you have your balance, or straight ahead, or even down towards the floor if you're struggling with your balance. And again, if you need a block here so you don't lose integrity, because this is a hip and a heart opener, then you can use your block. Step that back foot in a little bit, and we'll come into our pyramid pose. So the head comes towards the right knee in a fold over the right knee. The hands just rest gently on the floor, there's no weight in them. The work is all in the legs. And turn that back heel up, bring it to the floor. We're going to crescent moon, raise those arms above the head, hips square to front of, the back of the room in this case. Take a slight back bend if you can, and keep the shoulders hunched away, not hunched up to the ears. Really sink into that front knee to get that stretch. Okay, bring your hands back to the mat, and we're going to come back into our Hamanasana, half splits variation. If you could take hold of the foot, that's fine, and if you can't, it doesn't matter. We're going to bring the head towards the knee, or towards the ankle if possible, so we're getting that length in the spine. We really are trying to build extension as well as strength in this practice, but we will work the full body. Okay, come on to your twisted high lunge. So this time the left arm comes to the mat, the right arm raises, and we're gazing up to those right shoulder, the ceiling. And then find your balance, and then raise all the way up. We're going to take that twisted high lunge. Again, gazing to the back of the room over the right shoulder. Getting a beautiful twist in the body. And then bring your arm forward into a high lunge towards the back of the room. Really sink down into that now. Get some length in the torso as you pull up through the body. And then open back out into your warrior 2. Amazing, well done. Open up to your 5-pointed star. Sink down, squat, hands to heart center. And then we're going to come to just step to the front of your mat again. And we'll take a quick flow. We're not going to do many flows in this class because it's more about strength and stretching. Okay, come into your seated pose and then fold forward. Breathe out. Breathe in, halfway lift, and either step or jump back into chaturanga or plank. Upward dog or cobra, depending which is in your practice. Just hold that cobra and then flip over those toes into your downward dog. Find your downward dog, feet hips width apart, no weight in your head, it's a back bend, remember. Then raise your right leg high, 3-legged dog. And we're going to come into a pigeon pose to get that beautiful stretch. So right knee to right hand, left foot working towards the left hand, raise up tall, swan, and then fold forward into your pigeon. Take a bolster or a cushion here to put your forehead on if you can't come all the way to the floor. And if you have any pain or discomfort in the knees, keep your foot flexed, the working foot, and stay upright in the swan pose. You'll still get the same effect and benefits. It'll just take a little bit longer. And keep breathing. Don't hold your breath in any of these postures. Raise up tall and swing that left leg round over the right. Raise the right arm tall and either hold on to the knee or take your elbow to the other side of the knee and gaze over the left shoulder, half Lord of the Fishes. Getting a beautiful twist, so we're raising up tall, spiraling up through that spine. Breathe in as you lengthen and breathe out as you take the twist a little deeper. Gaze forward and then come into boat pose. Hold your boat and then we'll bring your hands to Arrow Mudra, and to work the obliques we'll come either side. So bring them to the left, the right, the left, the right. Really working into those obliques as we hold the boat pose. Hold your boat, try and straighten your legs for a couple of seconds. Hold it, really pull up under the sitting bones. Amazing, well done. If you have jump back chaturanga in your practice, we're going to do that now. So roll on backwards once, twice, and then hop back into your chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Well done. And we're going to take all that on the other side. Just come back to your breath in your downward dog. And then we'll raise that left leg high. And we come into your pigeon. So the left knee to the left hand, the left foot to the right. Gaze up into swan, take the head back, and then as you breathe out, fold forward over that foot. Again, if that is uncomfortable, stay upright. And if you can't bring the elbows and the head to the mat, then come onto a bolster or a cushion or a rolled up blanket. Whichever works for you, always make this practice work for you. Our hips are both square to the front of the room in this pose, so it's a strong hip opener and glute stretch. Ideal for football athletes and gym work users. Breathe in, come up, and then we're going to swing that right leg round to the outside of the left knee. Left arm lifts, and it comes onto the outside of the right knee, or you can hold on to the knee if you like. Breathe in as you lengthen, and breathe out as you twist a little deeper. Gazing over your shoulder. Okay, we're going to come out of that now. And then just roll back onto your back. We're going to take a wheel pose. If that's not in your practice, you can just come up into a bridge and hold it. Or you can turn the arms back over and could just come onto your head. But if you have wheel in your practice, then come up into your wheel now. And we're just going to hold it for a few breaths. Mine's a little bit rusty because my shoulder's been quite bad, so I've been avoiding it. So I'm just getting back into practice now. Okay, lower down, bring the knees into the chest and just roll from side to side to counteract that strong pose. You're doing really well. Okay, we're going to come into our inversion. So you can either just put the feet up the wall, or if you want to follow me, we're coming into a shoulder stand. So remember not to turn the head left or right in this pose, and the weight is in the shoulders. The hands are supporting the back, and gaze up to those feet, or close down the eyes. I like to close down the eyes in this pose. It's amazing for the digestion. It's good if you can't sleep. It's very, very good at resetting. And then bend the knees and vertebra by vertebra, roll down. Bring the arms to goalpost or T and then roll them over to the right, gazing over your left shoulder. Taking this beautiful passive twist. Make sure the eyes are closed down now. We'll make it very relaxed in these last few asana. Really just breathing deeply into this twist and enjoying the moment. Bring them to the centre and take them to the other side. So we're rolling the legs over to the left, gazing over the right shoulder, getting that beautiful passive twist in the body. Make sure that right shoulder is glued to the mat. You're doing really well. We're nearly there. This has been quite a difficult practice, but there are variations. Come to happy baby now, and if you'd like to, extend one leg and then the other, just to finish off getting some nice stretch and flexibility in those hamstrings and glutes. It's so easy to overdo the hamstrings and glutes at the gym, so this practice is the antidote to that. And just rock from side to side now, finding movement in your happy baby. Well done. And then come into cobbler's pose on the mat and take the arms above the head, really opening out those groins, getting a slight back bend, a shoulder opener. Really counteracting the work that we've done, and not only that, the work that you'll do at the gym. So important to have balance with your workouts. And then let's find our final pose, shavasana, corpse pose. Open the hands out, let them drop open. Open the feet and really let those shoulders sink into the mat. Close down the eyes. Chin just slightly tucked in, so the spine's in a neutral position. And just let your breathing return to normal. And just focus on the sensations in the body as the work begins to settle and integrate into your body. Okay, and then roll up to sitting with me. Cross the legs, bring your hands to your heart. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the divine light within you guide your way on, from my heart to yours. Sat Nam, Namaste, Waheguru.